Hey y'all, I don't know if anyone else deals with this. I'm sure they do. So for those of you who do deal with this and you have kids and you're trying to get them to eat healthy, but they're quote unquote picky eaters, and when they see something green, they just shy away from it, or anything that doesn't come from a package or is sweet, you notice that they kind of avoid it. So I wanted to give you guys 3 quick things that have helped us, especially with my firstborn, because he was the one who had a little bit more difficulty with this. So the first thing that I did was, instead of trying to overhaul his entire diet all at once, I just started with snack time. So before, he would try and just eat like crackers or something like that was quick, but it's still processed and still not great. And, he had more gut sensitivity than my second. And so I just started with snack time. I just, decided that snack time is going to be the start of our most healthy meals of the day. And so he only gets like pretty much fruits and vegetables for snack time for the most part. And that really helped, because then he got used to just eating whole foods as they are and not going towards something else that's processed, prepackaged, has additives and other things in them. So if you're trying to get them to eat healthier, start with snack time. And the next thing I did, I actually heard this from another mom on Instagram, but she said, basically, you consider the preferences of your child, but you don't cater to them. When I am offering or going to give a meal to my kids, no matter what meal it is, right? If they're asking for something, or if it's just a time for us to have dinner, I will offer them pretty much what we're all eating. It's in general a good idea to make sure that you all are eating the same thing. But then also, let's say that, I make something that he is just, he doesn't want to eat. I will have one other option in my arsenal. And this option isn't necessarily something that is a whole nother meal. It's like something that could stand in like another snack that's a whole food. And I will offer those to him as his 2 options. And if he does not settle or decide that he's going to eat those options, then and people might not like this, but then you can choose not to eat the meal. That's totally fine. Obviously I'm not starving my child, but and being able to tell him, basically let him know, what we're eating is what we're eating. Usually the next day he does not make that mistake again. And so sometimes it's good for kids to feel the consequences of refusing something out of just mere preference, instead of, being grateful for what's there. The last thing that I would say would be to don't get so hung up on them finishing the meal. The point is for them to exercise their opportunity for obedience and gratitude by trying or taking at least a certain amount of, of the food that's there presented to them. So if you give them something, and so it'd be something that they've had before, but maybe they're just not in the mood for it, you know what, that's okay if you don't finish the whole plate. My goal isn't to sit you down here and say, you're gonna finish this until and make them sit there for hours on end until they finish it, but if I said, this is about giving them now the option. You can eat 2 bites of this or 3 bites of this, or eat this section of it, and then you're done. And so not focusing so much on them finishing the entire thing, but hey, eat this section. And then if that's where you're at, then it's okay. I'll let that fly. So hopefully that helps. Those are, I think, 3 things that you can start with to start seeing shifts and change. And I'm sure there's a lot of other things out there, but those are things that have helped us. So yeah, have a great day.